But I live in Washington, D.C., where all this circus is going on. And the problem to me is that Trump's trying to, cut down on government waste. And everybody hears around the country that, oh, the government's disappearing. They're cutting out the grants. They're cutting out people. And that's true, but just to a very small extent. And you're not even sure what the hell he's doing. Now, what happened initially was Dove came in and they said they were going to cut $2 billion. Then they say, trillion. This is a trillion. Now the budget is like $20 trillion. The amount of money that they give out in grants is like almost 5 trillion, 4.8 trillion. So you got a budget of 20 billion. So cutting 22 billion, that's 10%. That's pretty good. Okay. But then that went down to 1 billion. So that's now 5%. Okay. And now, a couple months later, we're down to 150 billion, not trillion, billion. Okay. Which is peanuts, when you look at 20 trillion. So that's hardly anything. Certainly people were hurt, that were fired indiscriminately. But what worries me is that people are not applying to the grants because they think they're not there. And they are. A few aren't, but they're not the ones that you need. They're trying to hurt universities and researchers and things like that. Not the people that need benefits to live on or improve their life, starting business, buying a house, paying your bills. No, that's all there. And most of it is in one website that I'm going to tell you about, okay, that you could apply, not even come to Washington. Trump will never find these things, to tell you the truth. They're so impressed about making press releases than actually finding the true stuff. And most of the stuff we cut now is not through the courts yet. The courts, they're losing most of the battles when they go to court. So that's another thing. But what I'm more interested in, that people who need money and help realize there's still money and help there to help your financial problems, improve your life, do something to solve any pain you have that's caused by money, because there's so much money out there. And here it is. The budget is more this year, up to $4.8 trillion. That's almost 5 trillion. And that's up $0.5 trillion since last year. So Trump is giving out more money, like 10% more money than last year to people. That's individual grants to people. That averages over $18,000 to every adult. Okay, now the problem is, where are those? Okay, if you go to Google and put in, let's say, government grants, you put in government grants and you'll get, okay, here's the number over here, 879 million. 879 million, almost 1 billion websites that government grants are in. 1 billion websites. You're not going to get that. That's why you're wasting your time going to Google. If you want to get government money, here's where you go first. You go to a place, the data retrieval 211. There's 2 organizations that you want to find personal money government benefits, where there's money in your county, in your city, that for you to get money to buy a house, pay your bills, get out of debt, start a business, get health care, get legal help, get a better job, take care of your family, get daycare, get rent, get mortgage, get utility bill. All that stuff is available in a single website. You don't even have to pay me money. There's 2 places to get it. One is 211. You could call 211. Now, I don't like calling, and they have 211.org, but their website is a little different in every city. But there's a better one, I believe, and maybe other people don't believe, but I do. It's called findhelp.org. If you go to that website, that's 211, but a lot better in my mind. And that's a personal. The other people do a good job. Okay, here's the definition of what findhelp.org, a website that provides information and access to social services and community resources. These are people in your community that help you for free. These are people in your community that give you money to solve your problems. These are people community that give you housing, childcare, food, financial assistance, legal aid, transportation, healthcare. All these subjects are covered. Okay, but it's just not a handful of programs. It's different in every city. It's different in every county, everything. Okay, if you go to findhelp.org, Okay, just go to findhelp.org. Okay, and let's see what we have here. I'm going to start a new one. Findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. I go to findhelp.org. Put in my zip code 20009. Okay, now that's in my zip code. 3,654 programs in my zip code. This is part of 600,000 programs. There's 3,000 in where I live. There's 6,000 all over the country. And findhelp.org will find you the hundreds or thousands that are in your city. Okay, what is it for? For food, for housing, for goods, for transit, for healthcare, for money, for care, for education, work, and legal. All those, thousands of them in your city, all paid for, all going to give you money or free services. You never have to pay any of these people a nickel. You don't know that. And that's what pisses me off. People don't know that what this great country has to offer, how it is there, but you're going to Google and you never find the goddamn thing because you're going to have to get through 800 million websites to find it. Forget it. Okay, if you go to Find Help, put in your zip code and then put in rent. In my zip code, there's 80. See, that's another misnomer people don't realize. There's 80 programs to help you with rent. Not one, not two. So if you call one or two and they say don't have money, you're not finished. You got to roll up those sleeves and get out there and start calling more people. That's the only way you're going to get it. You're not going to get help by finding some magic website. No, because nobody knows that much about all these programs. You have to talk to people where you live who know about these programs, because here you have 80 organizations where you live. All they think about is helping people with rent. And they only help certain kind of people. But if you call those people, maybe they won't help you, but they're the best people to find out who may help you, because they're going to know the other 80 people and even more. That's what you have to do. You have to get there and make a half a dozen or a dozen calls until you find one for you. If you're not doing that, you're probably going to wind up empty-handed. So that's why what we try to do at Let's Go Help is train you about how to find all this stuff because it's there. Okay, here's another keyword I put in: home repair. How many you think there are programs, grants for home repair? Grants for home repair. 235 grants for home repair in my zip code. So you put in your zip code and you see, oh, maybe you only have 100. Maybe you only have 50. Holy shit. Aren't you surprised at something like that? You should be, because that's a lot of options. You know, wow. It's like, okay, you want a job as a waiter. Here's 335 organizations that are trying to hire people as waiters. Wow, that's great. So you need money to fix up your home. Here's 335 people who give out money to fix your home. Wow, never charge you a nickel, okay? Why aren't you using them? Because you don't know, they don't advertise, and people don't. Financial assistance. That's what you need, right? Oh, everybody needs financial assistance. Okay, my zip code, 268 financial assistance. You can't go to one place and say, hey, I need financial assistance. Can you give me $5,000? They say, no, you have to be taller, or whatever excuse they make, you know. Because they all service different people. That's okay. You say, okay, thank you. But wait a minute first, before I hang up, can you suggest anybody else you think that I should contact to get this help? Okay, they're going to tell you the offices, and if they don't, you go on to the next one. You got 268 people to go down the list and do that. Okay, what else? I got another sample here for, I guess I didn't. So that's it, 268 for financial aid in your zip code. That's right, no matter what you do, who you call, and they say there is no such thing, they're wrong. They don't have such thing. That's what it is. There's a lot of help out there. We give $5 trillion every year, and it grows every year. That's why Trump is giving out more this year than last year. Trump doesn't know about this stuff. He's still figuring out where the bathrooms are. And Doge, they're all kids. I mean, they go into the databases. It's people. It's not databases, it's people. You got to talk to people who know this stuff. Not with the, it's interesting because I'm an old COBOL programmer from the 70s. And a lot of these things, these young guys are looking at the data, Social Security mission, and it's all written in COBOL. And they said all these dead people are getting checks and they shouldn't. That's wrong because it's COBOL. They weren't dead. They didn't know how to read the code. That's why you have to talk to experts who know about this. Don't talk to somebody who read something and think they know. No. The experts who do this every year for 10, 20, 30 years, and they're there to help you. You call them. And if they don't help you, you call your elected official and get them to call. Now, all elected officials are not the same. Some will help you, some, maybe just push you to the side or whatever. That's okay. You got lots. But here, start with your 2 senators and your congressman. And you call this number, 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. That's after you go to findhelp.org, you put in your zip code, put in what you need money for, and start calling those people. If you get stuck or they mess you around, you call your elected official, and that's 202-224-3121. They're obligated to help you, okay? They represent you in the government, and the government gives out money for help you. So they're the people you want to call, okay? 212. Congressional called me a racist. Well, that's okay. They still have to help you. 202-224-3121. Call another elected official. That's all. You got like 15 to 20 of them. They're at the state and local level, but start with those 3 because they have the biggest staff to help you. So remember, there's help there for free. You don't have to give me money, but if you really want to. But we have letsgohelp.com, and we give out, we help, we have members. We have 15,000 members that spend their days helping other members get government grants. That's all we do, okay? So you have $15,000, give you one-on-one help to get government grants. We have video training every day, 3-4 hours of training. You can log on and ask your questions to an expert who's gotten money. And you don't have to talk to a clown like me. No, talk to somebody like you who just got that money, and we'll share that information with you and show you how to get that money that you deserve. You deserve that because you live in America. You pay taxes or not, doesn't matter. You live here. This belongs to you. And no matter you're rich or poor, old, young, some have income requirements, most don't. 80% of the money is given out has no income requirements at all. So if somebody said you make too much money, go to the next one. That's what life is about. Life is full of opportunities, but you have to do the work. They're not going to come to you. If they were coming to you, that's Google. They come to you, and they're going to find you because they spend a lot of money finding you to get money from you. These people don't get money from you. They give money to you. So they don't have money to pay Google. You got to find them. Let me help you, please. letsgohelp.com.